Welcome back. Hey, today on Dialed In DIY, I want to share with you my version of the no-sew face mask that has multiple improvements to help it be more compliant with the CDC guidelines for a cloth face mask that you can use when you need one out in public. This is in fact the basic method, and it is pretty quick and easy. However, there is room for improvement, and I wanted you to see this method so that you could better understand some of the key improvements that I have come up with in order to improve the fit, function, and comfort, especially if you need to use this for a longer period of time. Once you open up the basic method over your face and nose, you're essentially left with one layer of fabric between you and the outside world. Plus, these elastic bands that are the hair bands that you use can often cause some discomfort over a period of time by crunching the ears down from top to bottom. But I have 3 simple changes that will easily improve the effectiveness of using this kind of a mask. You may recall from the introduction of this video that the CDC guidelines was recommending multiple layers of fabric. This fold, by starting in thirds, helps to accomplish 2 to 3 layers of overlapping material covering your nose and mouth. Then all you have to do is flip it back over and fold it back to the middle from both sides, just like it was done in that basic method that I showed at the beginning. The main difference is now when I wear it, I have 3 layers of fabric over my mouth. My next improvement has to do with the bands that go over your ears. You can see how easily they pinch down, and I have a way to make this more comfortable on the ear. It just happens to be that, coincidentally, it also helps the mask to be a little bit more effective. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a while when I show you how to make these little bands with the extra part that spreads it out across the ear. By putting the more sturdy side with that tubing on it inside the bandana, you can now see that when you pull on the rubber band or the hair band, it not only doesn't pull down on the tops and bottoms of the ear, it doesn't collapse down the ends of the bandana either. So we've covered more fabric layers for filtering and more comfort for around the ears. It's now time to address the part about preventing leaks in the areas where we commonly get leaks with some kind of a mask. I wanted to do this in a very easy way that wasn't challenging to do, so you can do it on the go, and I found out that the absolute best method that I tried was pipe cleaners. These straight up, regular old craft style pipe cleaners. It was really easy to do. I tried a few different ways to make it work out, but I want to show you the one that I like the most. This is really easy to do. Just take 2 pipe cleaners, lay them side by side, and twist the ends together, and then fold it all in half, and twist those ends together. But just the ends. This way, when you put the whole thing over your nose, the 4 pieces or sections on the inside will spread out a little bit and add a little extra coverage area to close off the gap that allows extra air and particles to come in around the nose. I have found 2 different ways that I can effectively use this to help shape the mask around the nose. One way is when you're making your first sets of folds. After the first one comes up, just lay the pipe cleaners across the top and make the second fold down over the top of that. This puts the pipe cleaners in a perfect position to be a little farther up on the bridge of the nose to actually help close off the gap that often causes air and particles to rush in around the nose. Reducing the pressure points around the ears is actually quite easy, and all you need is some kind of a really rigid straw or tube. Plastic water supply line, or even the barrel from an old pen will work. Each piece is going to be about 2 inches long. The key is that the rubber band is going to come out of it and pass comfortably over the top and bottom of the ear. In order to make that work, all you need to do is make 1 slice down the length of each of the tubes. What we'll do from there is open it up just wide enough to pass the band through it. And there you have it. A very simple little solution that makes it not only more comfortable for the ears, but it'll also make it more effective for where the mask contacts your jawline up alongside the ear. Now that we have all of our preparation steps out of the way, let's take a look at how you actually need to put a mask like this on. We're going to take a first look at the version that we already put the pipe cleaner on when we were folding it. Simply place the middle part flush against the nose, push down a little bit on the pipe cleaner section, and then go ahead and pull the bands behind the ears. You can then grab these little crease folded areas and slide one down below the chin and one just up a little bit higher along the nose, then making sure that the ear flaps, as well as the spot across the bridge of the nose, fit comfortably. After that, once you're out in public, you don't want to be touching the front of the face mask because that can help cross-contaminate the mask, which in all honesty really kind of defeats the purpose. Taking it off is simple. Just grab the loops from behind the ears, pull it safely around the front, and once you've taken it off, get it straight into cleaning and wash your hands. The second method for putting in the pipe cleaners is actually my preferred approach. I just slide it up under the fold at the top of the bandana and then form fit it to my nose. Because of the little fuzz around the pipe cleaner and the pressure from the bandana itself, it doesn't slide or move out of place. I found that this is much more effective and easy for me, and it still stays in place with motion and breathing and talking. So these 3 little hacks that I've come up with for my version of a no-sew face mask have really helped me to have a much more effective face mask that is simple and easy to put on. Not only is it better fit for purpose and more comfortable, but I've really been able to accomplish quite a bit to help seal out those gap points where air and contaminants can more easily sneak in. And as you've probably heard in the media by now, at times like this, any face covering is better than no face covering when masks are hard to come by. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by Dialed In DIY today to check out this video. I hope you're having the opportunity to stay safe, healthy, and happy out there. If this helped to give you some ideas that you can turn to when you need to cover up, or if you just found some of the information useful or entertaining, I'd love it if you'd let me know by clicking that thumbs up. Please also subscribe while you're here, click the bell so that you can get future notifications, and make sure to come on back in the future because there will be plenty more Dialed In DIY to come.